Hi everybody, this is actually take 3 on this video. I already recorded one for you today. I happened to look at what you did during class yesterday. Well, not really. Yeah, today I looked at what you did in class today, but now it's already tomorrow. Now it's Thursday. So anyways, I looked at what you did. I decided to make you a new video with some added stuff to it. And then, I screwed up and I was doing totally the wrong thing. So I'm starting all over again. That's okay. So a couple things. Use your ruler. I don't know how many times Mrs. Streeter can tell you. I can tell you. If you're drawing something on the back wall, use your ruler. Straight edges look nice, okay? Something that's organic, like a plant, you're not going to use a straight ruler with, but otherwise you should be using one. Okay? Remember to use this vanishing point. If you have something on the side wall, you have to use the vanishing point. If you have something on this wall, you have to use the vanishing point. I had you do a dresser today, and for most of them, they looked really good. I think my directions were to make sure that your box to start your dresser came up as high as the vanishing point. Some of you went below, and when you went below, that's when you have to draw the top of the dresser, so your dresser didn't look finished. So I will show you how to do that in case you choose to do one that's below the vanishing point as we are working. I have a bunch of other things to throw in. The ultimate goal is next week when you come in, your last week in art. Unfortunately, your last week with me, but don't worry, most of you will be with me next year for the whole year, every single day, is for you to draw an entire bedroom using everything you've learned and putting it together. The rules will be, though, you will have a checklist. In order to proceed, you have to show me you have drawn the item, the bed, the dresser, the skylight, correctly, in the correct perspective. You're not just going to be able to rush through and say, I'm done. Why are you going to use this in the future? You never know. At some point in time, you may need to use perspective. Sometime you guys might be parents. Oh my God, I don't know if I can't imagine that right now, but I won't be around to teach your kids. Although some of you are probably kids of people I have taught already. I won't be around. I'm not going to be dead. I'm just not going to be teaching anymore. So you might use this sometime, okay? You might have to help your kids. Or you might want to be able to show a contractor coming to your house how you want something to look. So there is a benefit to this, okay? Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make it look like that this wall has an entrance to another room to it, okay? So I'm going to give myself some little dots as a guideline. Where you start this is up to you. I'm going to put a little dot here just for myself, and I'm going to put a little dot over here to make it about even. I'm going to come up with my ruler, and then come over. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to come up. I'm going to come up. And I'm going to come over. Essentially, I have drawn a square on the back wall. Okay? That's relatively easy. Okay. So this is a wall, right? I'm going to put a W there. Okay? Side wall. This is a side wall, right? This is the back wall. But now I want to make it look like you can step in here, okay? Like an additional room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to these corners. It kind of reminds me of doing your skylight. I'm going to take this corner. I'm going to line it up with a vanishing point, and I'm just going to draw into this area just a little bit. And I'm going to try my best to match it on the other side. I have this little thing in my way, so I can't bend my ruler, and it's fighting me. Sorry. It's being not very nice to me, okay? Once I have these lines, just like the skylight, I'm going to hook them together. That's probably the easiest thing about one-point perspective is if you do it to one side, you usually do it to the other. Okay? I wonder if anybody can see where I'm going with this. Okay? So side wall, back wall. This is obviously the back wall. Okay? This is an extension of the floor. Okay? So when I'm making my own picture, I can erase this line if I want to. I don't have to. It could be a transition between different types of floor. This could be carpeted and this could be tile. Okay, from these two corners, I'm gonna go straight up. Okay, sidewall, sidewall, back wall, back wall. This becomes a sidewall again. This becomes a sidewall again, and this is now another back wall. So what could I do? Well, the possibilities are endless. You could put a window back here. I'm going to throw a door back there, but I don't want to get rid of my vanishing point. So you choose where you'd like it to be. Obviously, I'm going to make my door fairly tall. And grab my ruler and hook it back together. All right, there's my door. Sometimes people are like, Mrs. Platt, is that realistic? You know what? The good thing about art is it doesn't always have to be real. You know, it can be fun. Okay. As I'm waiting around, maybe I will put a shelf on the wall. Something simple. Just a little like suspended shelf. Okay, it could be, I think my vanishing point just became the peephole for my door. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, if you have not caught up at this point, now would be a good time to stop the video and then I will move forward. I'm just getting rid of some of my writing guides because I don't want it there for in a little while. Okay? All right, stop this video, and when you're ready, come back. Okay, if you are ready to go, we are going to build another dresser, but this time we're going to make it happen so it comes below the vanishing point, so you have to learn to draw the top of it. So here we go. We are going to start. I think you did it on this side of the room yesterday, so we'll just do it again so it's comfortable for you. Remember, we have to start with the backwards L because we're on the right hand side of the room. Otherwise, over here it would be the right side L. So we're going to start with the end of the dresser, the part that you would, you know, bump into if you were walking into the room. I'm staying below the vanishing point this time, so I'm going to do my backwards L. And make sure it turns right on where the floor meets the wall. Okay. And then, sorry, I'm yawning. I'm going to bring it back up to complete my box. If I want it wider, I can make it wider. Okay, but I'm staying below the vanishing point. Okay, again, like we mentioned before, this would obviously disappear because you will draw it in pencil first. Okay, now we have talked about the fact, we have talked about the fact that you don't have to draw all the way to the vanishing point. You can stop early if you know what you're doing, but this one gets a little tricky. So I would encourage you to go quite a ways. And when you get done, look at it and see if it makes sense. Show it to the person next to you. Say, hey, does this make sense? Show it to Mrs. Streeter. See if she thinks it looks good. Okay, so we're gonna follow the same rules. We're going to take this corner, and now we have to take this corner to the vanishing point. So here we go. I'm gonna take mine partially there, and I'm going to stop just so you can see what it looks like. So it's gonna come this one's gonna go there, and way over here in the corner, that one's gonna go there. So you can see the side, this is the front, and this is the top, okay? This is where I see people screw up the most. So let's take a break, stop the video, get yourself to this point, and then we will continue. All right, let's do this. To help you out, hopefully, who we shall see. Oops, I'm digging through my art supplies trying to find some markers that I can use. Okay. It's not as hard as it looks, but for some reason, vertical lines don't always stay vertical here, and horizontal lines don't always stay horizontal. So let's do the first thing. Let's figure out where your dresser is going to end. Is it this wide? Is it this long? I should say long, okay? Is it really narrow? You decide. Whatever you decide to do, I'm just going to extend this line so you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to draw from my bottom corner vertically to hit that other line coming from the top left corner. So I'm going to do mine. You see how it's straight up down? Slide it across so it's straight up and down. And I'm going to put a red line in for mine, hopefully. Okay. Do you see that red line? That red line matches this red line. It's vertical. Okay, it's shorter because it's farther back into the room. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we have to finish the top. So we have this horizontal line and it makes this turn. See the turn happening? We've got to make that turn up here. So it's going to come to the red line, lay your ruler horizontally, and draw over. Okay? Did I do it? Up, turn. Okay? So now I have the top of the dresser, the side of the dresser, and the front of the dresser, which ultimately you will put drawers. Okay? Again, extra lines will disappear. It'll be easier when you have the whole thing drawn in pencil and not something of mine. It could be, oops, there's another one of my drawers. Okay, I saw you guys doing knobs today. Okay, whatever you want. If you didn't want to use this as a dresser, I'm not too sure how many kids' rooms would have them, or not even in a bedroom, but this could be a filing cabinet from this side with the file drawers. I think you can envision it right now. When you do your final, that's when I'm going to ask you to, come in and do like fun things like put a vase in or a picture frame. I'm going to make this plant. And, again, this is the organic part where you can have some freedom of not having to use that vanishing point. Okay. All right, now would be a good time to stop if you need to catch up. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to put a window behind this dresser, somewhere behind that dresser. So let's start it. You know how to do it. We're just redoing a refresher. So we are going to start with a vertical line, up and down. You know the top and the vertical line go to the vanishing point. Okay, mine's going obviously behind my plant right now. I think a good rule is if it looks weird to you, it's probably wrong. Ask someone else. Okay? When you have this part of the window done, I want you to stop because it's not going to stay a window. When you have this part of the window done, stop. It's not going to stay a window. Okay. Here we go. Down here, way down in the corner or over here, depending on what you have room for. I'm going over here in the corner and I hope you can see. Yeah, I think you can see. Sorry, I'm staying lower than my camera. I'm going to build a little tiny, using vertical lines, and going to my vanishing point. Where is it? There's my vanishing point. It's hiding on me. I'm going to build a little tiny box on my wall. And who can guess what it's going to represent? What could this possibly be? Any ideas? Yep, it's an outlet. Okay, so vertical lines stay vertical. I'm just, don't yell at me that I'm not using my ruler. I already did. I'm just making them darker for you. Yeah, we're gonna do an outlet. This is no longer a window. This is now a TV, a flat screen TV. Believe it or not, when I first started teaching this class, this perspective, we still had box TVs. If you don't know what a box TV is, go find somebody really old. If you don't know anybody really old, we can go on a trip to my grandma's house because she still has a box TV. Okay, a box TV is a great big TV. It's a great big box. It's what I grew up with. We didn't have remote controls. If you wanted to change channel, you got your butt off the couch and you had to go over and change the channel. So we had 12 channels. 12. And I think one of them didn't even work. 12 channels. Yep, we had a black and white TV in my house too. Once. I was little when it was there. Okay, so we are going to bump this TV out to give it dimension. So I'm going to start right here on the bottom, and I'm going to make a little line that comes over. Then using my ruler, I'm going to match it right up at the top corner. It's gonna come over a little bit, and I'm going to come down and connect them straight. So I have to move my ruler to this side because I can't see. Okay, there it is. If you have a flat screen, probably like I do, there's a series of buttons on one side or the other. And of course, like my cords are hidden for the most part, but I want you to make some kind of power cord that comes out. This is where you have some freedom to do what you want. This is just the fun detail part. And figure out how you are going to plug this thing into the wall. Okay, just something fun, something simple. Okay, I'm not asking you to put anything on the TV, okay? Just fun. Yes, my plant would be annoying if it was in front of the TV. You could probably think of something else to put on top of a dresser, a picture frame. You could put a fish. If you haven't caught up with me, now would be a good time to stop before we move forward. Okay, so when I was checking out your pictures, some of your beds were very, very, very low to the ground. I think you could trip over your bed. So let's just practice a bed again. Let's do one that comes out into the room so your feet would end near your dresser. So we start that with the letter L again. And I'm gonna make mine fairly long into the room. So I'm gonna make my horizontal line long. Okay. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it back over. Remember, I'm just building that box right now. Just the box. And I'm gonna turn it on my floor to make it come up. Okay. If for some reason your bed looks really low, you can build it up by drawing like legs on it. I know we've talked about that. I'm gonna come throw a set in. You guys can be working while I'm doing this. Again, if anybody needs Mrs. Streeter to stop right away, that's fine, but most of you, unless you were absent yesterday, have the hang of this. Mrs. Streeter, as I'm thinking about this, the videos from the last 2 days are on YouTube. I do think there's access to them for the students. I will have to think about that. But if there's anybody in the classroom who wants access to yesterday's video because you weren't here, just let Mrs. Streeter know and I can see if I can share it with you. I'm not sure how that works because my YouTube channel is for educational purposes, but maybe. All right, so I kind of built like a platform under there for now. Okay, so my top of my bed, corner, goes to the vanishing point. However far into the room I want it to go. Corner goes to the vanishing point. however far I want it to go into the room. Then I finish my bed with another horizontal line. Hopefully by now you guys are just like, this is old school stuff. I've got this. Okay, again, these are the nasty lines. We would get rid of them. You will get rid of them. When I built this base on my bed, because I built it with angles, I do have to check and see if any of it needs to go to the vanishing point. This corner obviously has to go to the vanishing point because there's another angle to this foot that you would see. So there it is. How about here? I'm guessing no, because I'm too close to the vanishing point. That I'm right on that one. Okay. If you are waiting because you've built your bed, make sure you put a headboard on your bed. I saw some cool stuff going on. Some fun designs. Bailey, you had a fun design to the back of your bed, kind of like a swoop in the middle. Okay. I saw some people doing like the poster, like the poles. I don't know why can't I think of what those beds are called? A poster bed? I'm not even trying. I can't do it. Okay. There's my get bed. Again, you'll come in, you'll have fun, you'll throw things on it, put some pillows on it. Okay. I've had teddy bears on beds. Okay. So I'm going to end this video at this point because it's getting really long, but I'm going to give you a list of things I want you to put in there. I want you, now we have dresser, TV, bed, additional room to go into, okay? I would like you to do a window, okay? I want you to do a door. Even if you did it on this back wall, I want another one. I could slide a door in here. Could be a closet door, okay? I want you to do a skylight. Okay. And I want you to throw in some kind of floor. That's up to you. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And to finish it out, decor. Start to decorate it. Start to add stuff. Pictures on the wall. Pictures on the wall are going to be like kind of like windows. You know, they're going to have, and remember, I'm just playing with this. I wouldn't turn it in because I'm not using my straight edge. They're just going to angle towards your vanishing point. They're going to look something like this, like a poster on the wall. Put shoes on the floor. I know what teenage bedrooms look like. I could put 1, 2, 3 soda cans right here on a dresser, and that would be Andrews Platt's bedroom because he never brings down an empty soda can. Not lying, just telling the truth. I've seen teenage boys' bedrooms. I wonder if any of you are nice and neat. So work on this. I will be back on Friday to work with you and see how you made out. Be good, be kind, people. Bye.